Welcome to the Windy City Rundown. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Windy City Rundown. That is Jose Contreras. I am Eric Avila. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube. Make sure you guys hit the like and the subscribe button on YouTube page and hit the little bell on both pages just to get notified when our shows are live. And Jose, we are in first place over all the Bears, the number one team in the NFC, not just the NFC North, but the NFC. Jose, what's up, bud?
Yo, what's up, Eric? Yeah, number one in the division, number one in the conference. And yeah, what a feeling it is, huh? A year from 1 year ago from Black Friday, we let go of Matt Eberflus, and now Ben Johnson's taking his shirt off. There's free wieners for all of Chicago.
Oh, I love you, free wiener.
And Bears are number one in the NFC. Love it.
I fucking love it. I love everything about it. And Tony goes on, start the show saying, fuck the Bears.
Why, Tony?
He probably lost him a parlay or something, or he had him on the confidence pool, or he had the Eagles. I'm guessing. But Jose, I don't even know where to start because you're absolutely right, man. I mean, the Bears. You're right. Last year, dude, it's a complete 180, bro. It is a complete 180 of what we had last year, what was going on what went down, and like how shitty we were. You know, we were on a what at this time it was what 6 game losing streak that we were on after losing to the Commanders last year and the Hail Mary. And like the script has completely flipped. Like I don't even recognize these Bears anymore. Like I sometimes don't believe, I sometimes don't believe that the Bears are 9-3. The Bears finally have a winning season for the first time since 2018. The Bears are imperfectly perfectly, whatever how you want to phrase it. But the Bears are just this one team that just won't go away, and I love it. And finally, for the first time in such a long, or this whole entire season, or ever since the Bears were above 500, they're finally getting noticed the right and the correct way. I don't like it. I love it, but I also hate it because like they've never really paid attention to us like this at all because the Bears never gave them a reason to. But for the first time in forever, in a very long time, the Bears are finally getting the notice that they deserve for this season.
I think we're just scared in a way because of the whole fraud thing, right? I think we still even believe that we might be frauds in a way, right? Because we're not. No. Listen to what I'm saying. We're not. We're in unknown territory right now. You know what I mean? If you didn't think they were frauds, you wouldn't be worried about anything. You would be like, yeah, we're that team, and we deserve the recognition and blah blah blah. But because you're still kind of anticipating them falling on their face, I think that's why you feel the way you feel. And I also feel that way, right? Like I was talking to my wife and we're both big Bears fans, but we're talking like, man, like this is too good to be true. Almost like we're about to walk into Green Bay and lose. You know what I mean? Like that's the feeling because we're still kind of waiting for the Bears to just fall flat on their face. And today I'm like, nah, man, this team is legit. Like we 100% have every chance to go into Green Bay and beat them like we beat the Eagles. It's it's just we're just not used to it, Eric. We're definitely not used to it.
No, definitely not used to it, and I love it where I'm at right now, where I'm in cloud nine. I can't believe it. And in the comments, Tony says they're amazing. All three faces of the football team really came out. Isaiah, what's up, my guy? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. He says, I could cry. I can't believe we are number one.
Number one, Isaiah.
Bear down, baby. And you're absolutely right. I can't believe it either. This has been amazing. This has been an amazing ride. This has been a great couple of days. And the cherry on top yesterday was the Panthers beating the Rams to give the Bears the number one seed overall. I mean, Jose, think about it. Let's just put it in this perspective. If the season would have ended yesterday or today, whenever the case may be, the Bears have a first round bye in the playoffs for being the number one seed. That is just crazy to me. Just to even think that, just to even say that right now in December, the beginning of December, it's just even crazy just to even say that, just to even think that, just to even imagine that the Bears have a possibility to have the number one overall seed in the whole NFC.
I mean, they control destiny. They can continue to have the number 100%. One if they just win out. Obviously, it's going to be hard. The remaining schedule is tough, man. You have the Packers twice, now the 49ers, and then the Lions last. It's going to be very tough all around. So
100%.
If they're able to do it, they deserve it. But hey, we'll see, man. Only time will tell.
100%, dude. And I think I'm with Tony what he says right here. Let's enjoy it. I've been enjoying it since 2-3 weeks ago. I've been enjoying it for such a long time because I keep referencing it and over again to you and to John in our group chats that we have amongst those plenty of group chats that me and you have with him. I've been saying this team gives me 2015 Cup vibes, and the only reason why it gives me those type of vibes is because nothing was expected of them. They are overperforming over everything for the season for the Chicago Bears. And like, even though it's not perfect, even though there's still holes like there was in that team, even though there's flaws in this team, they're still coming out on top, and then we are still enjoying the fun, and like it's just enjoyable. Like I feel like they can't do no wrong. And even though you're right, they got 2 more games against the Packers, they have 1 more game, a home game against the Lions, and then they have the 49ers and the Browns in between those games. But even then, so Jose, it's just like, well, fuck it. I don't care. I'm in for the ride. If they win 1 more, great. If they win 2 more, great. If they win out, great. That's all I care. Like, whatever the case may be, the Bears have put themselves in a position to where everything is just exciting at the moment, even with all the imperfections that the Bears have for the season.
Yeah, they do. Regardless, it's a winning season. Regardless, 100%. It's 100% progress from last year. So there's 100%. Something to build off of. Even if they lose the rest of the game out, it's still a winning season. It's still progress from last year. Yeah. So you definitely have something to build off of, and that right there in itself is a success. Yeah. I just think the way we see it, the way this team is coached, the talent on the field, we're like, okay, we should get a little bit more than what we've gotten already. But at the same time, let's temper expectations, right? I think we're all believers in this team that they could do anything, really. I mean,
100%.
This is house money. House money. They have house money. They have a chip on their shoulder. Once they get into the playoffs, then anything can happen. At the same time, will it be a disaster if they lose the rest of the games? A little bit, right? Because we're number 1 right now in the NFC. But at the same time, I think we should all remember this is more than what we expected already, and let's just enjoy this ride as long as it lasts, and just be excited for the future, because we definitely have a coach, we definitely have a team, quarterback's there, and we just gotta fill some holes on the defensive side, and who knows, man.
Yeah. Who knows? Exactly. Who knows? Tony says the Eagles game was a great test, and we dominated the whole entire game. And exactly. We really did. We were texting back and forth throughout the whole entire game, Jose, UI, and John. And as you can see, the Bears 24-15 that they beat the Eagles on a Black Friday game. And again, on the national audience, it was the only game played on Black Friday. It was an ugly game. You see the wide receiver slipping left and right. Same thing, Caleb Williams with the inaccuracy problems. But the game was handed to the Bears by the running game, the offensive line, and the Bears forcing turnovers on a team that rarely turns the ball over in the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they had 5 or 6 turnovers throughout the whole entire season so far before the Bears game, and the Bears came up with 2 extra turnovers. Mind you, there's a stat that I saw the other day that the Bears were 5-0 when they had 2 or more turnovers. Now make it 6, but the win over the Eagles. And Jose, like, the turning point was the tush push fumble recovery from Noshawn Wright off of Jalen Hurts that kind of changed the whole complexity of the game, because when we were texting, that was the time where the Eagles were having all the momentum on their side.
Yeah, yep. And that was the one thing you said is that we got to close out games, and it seemed like the Eagles were coming back trying to, score. And that's the one thing about the Bears is that hey, if they're in a dogfight, if they're in a back and forth game, obviously we know, we always have a chance at the end. But the Eagles are a different team, man. They're not the Bengals. They're not. Insert name that we already defeated there, right? They're the defending Super Bowl champions, and they 100% have all the talent in the world to come back and take that game from us. But the defense made plays where it needed to make plays. The offense made plays where it needed to make plays, and we came out a winner.
Yeah, 100%. We came on the right side. And this has been the topic or the saying for the Bears of the 2025-2026 season is the fact that the Bears are coming on the right side of things on these type of games that normally the Bears lose in their history. In their past, the Bears have been losing these types of games, and the Bears are coming on the right side of things on winning these games, on winning these matchups, closing out these games, winning these tight games for such a long time. And Tony goes right, says the running game makes all the difference. We're getting everybody back on defense 100%. I mean, you saw the difference with Jalen Johnson coming back, right? I think Kyle Gordon comes back this week, right? And like little by little, the defense is getting healthy. You can say at the right time. The last couple months, last couple games of the season, the last 4 or 5 games in December, like it is crazy. Like we are finally getting the team back to where it's supposed to be. Hopefully, it stays healthy. We don't know what a healthy Bears team looks like because we haven't had a healthy Bears team the whole entire season. But look, like he said, like Tony says right here, the running game makes so much of a difference. And as I'm looking right here at the box score, Jose, 224 rushing yards from the offense side of the ball. Monongai with 130. Oh crap! I was trying to look at the stats and I clicked the wrong one. Monongai with 130. DeAndre Swift, as my computer loads up, 125, dude. Like right there, that was the tail of the game right there. Just those two players over 100 rushing yards, dude. From a 17-36, 17 completions, 36 attempts from Caleb Williams, the interception and the touchdown right there. A subpar performance from Caleb Williams, but in a game like it was on Friday, he wasn't really needed. He made the one big play to Cole Kmet for the touchdown, which was needed, but the running game was really the story of the whole entire game.
Running game was the stars, right? But Caleb, when he needed to make that touchdown pass, he did. It was a dot to Cole Kmet. And that basically sealed it. The Eagles couldn't stop us. The Eagles couldn't stop the running game, but that touchdown literally deflated every momentum they had, and that was basically it. That was all she wrote. So yeah, man, I'm excited for this team. I'm just very nervous about the Bears. I mean, about the Packers, and it's not that I'm worried about the Packers. I think I'm just traumatized from years past. It's like we're too much on a high right now, and it just kind of feels like we're about to walk into like a trap game, I guess, in a way, with the Packers, and that's why I feel like it's gonna bother me, right, man? Like, and I gotta remember that hey, we faced them twice. All we have to do is split, right? But at the end of the day, I kind of feel like this is a game going into Green Bay where it's like too good's going on right now. There's too much good going on right now. I feel like we're gonna come back down to earth.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Jose. Every high, every momentum that you should face, that you should feel right now, feel it, walk it like you talk it, walk it with confidence, walk it with a strut, my God. Have a little faith in the Chicago Bears because it's been such a long time to actually feel this type of way. Like this team is not your ordinary Bears. Like there is so much of a difference in this team from the coaching staff, from the upper management to everything like that. Like the fact that it feels like a big boy organization for the first time in such a very long time, it just gives me a different feeling. Like I am confident, and we spoke about this a little bit on Friday when we saw each other for your family's Thanksgiving dinner. I spoke to you and the comadre. Is that I feel more confident the fact that the Bears can sweep the Packers and beat the Lions, but lose to the 49ers and the Browns, simply because what's more important is the division. And already, as you can see, because of the conference difference, you add 3 more wins to the conference, with the Packers and the Lions, you're already up there in the upper echelon to where like you are safe no matter what. If the way how I'm saying it plans out, like you're going to be a number 1 or number 2 seed guaranteed in the conference in the NFC because you already had those wins in the conference in the NFC. What's up, CP? CP says games like that are how you win the playoffs. Time of possession, running the ball, and defense, 100%. And especially if you're going to get a home game in Chicago in the cold in January, that is how you also win the game. We have backup linebackers, 100%, Tony, and eventually our linebackers should be coming back healthy, hopefully before the last 3 games of the season. The coaching staff reminds me of the Patriot teams that got the best out of any players they bring in, 100%. I mean, CJ Gardner-Johnson is one of them. Like he played under Dennis Allen in New Orleans, but players like that, you get off the scrap teams, you get off the couch and just come in and make a difference. Made a difference the first game, right? The depth that we're getting. So again, like this is such a great vibe for the Chicago Bears that we're feeling right now. Not look, I'm not saying Super Bowl, definitely not. No, but I'm saying with confidence that this team cannot be taken lightly anymore. Like this is not your typical Chicago Bears, Jose.
If they go in and beat the Packers like they beat the Eagles, I'm saying Super Bowl. I mean, why not? No, those are the upper echelon teams in the NFC. The Eagles, the Packers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they could be competitive the rest of the way, and like legitimately win these games, why not?
Why not?
These are NFC teams we're facing off, right? Minus the Browns.
Yeah.
And playoff NFC teams at that. Even if the Lions don't make it this year, I mean, they're still a playoff team from last year. They're still one of the best teams in the NFC. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, first we got to get there first, Jose, like you said, beat the Packers, and maybe we have a different conversation and a different type of feeling.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if we beat the Packers and we that's what I'm saying. If we beat the Packers and we we're competitive against these other teams, the Niners, the Lions. Why not?
Why not? Why not? Why not set those expectations high? You know what I mean? Why the fuck not? Guys, thank you for watching, joining us on our show. Make sure you watch us or make sure you subscribe to all our pages on Facebook and on YouTube. Windy City Rundown. Like and subscribe on our YouTube page. Also follow us, like us, add us on Facebook too as well. Hit the bell to get notified when our episodes are live on Facebook and also on YouTube too as well. And as always, you guys can join us on the comment section too as well, like Tony and CP are doing. And the link is also on the comment section if you guys want to join us to say them out loud vocally. Be proud of our Banksy, baby. We're number 1. Yeah! We are number 1, and we're getting free wieners tomorrow. You're going to go get your free wiener tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't even know where it's at, bro. I don't think I'm going to get it.
At the Wiener Circle.
It's going to be crazy. Right?
It's going to be packed. It is going to be packed. Tony in the comments says, yeah, we're not supposed to be doing this. So, hell yeah. Why not? Super Bowl. You know what? Even though Jose did say, why not have that conversation if and when, but let's say if we do beat the Packers on Sunday, why not have that conversation, right? What can beat us down that road? Outside of the inexperience of not being there and everybody's first time being in the playoffs, like from majority of the players and the coaching staff, that's probably it. But everything's to your advantage at this point. Home field advantage for 2 games, maybe 3. Being in Soldier Field in the cold weather of Chicago, that's another one. But there's a lot of things. And my brother, what's funny enough, he sent a text message to me and my cousin, and we also have a group chat. And he said he took a screenshot of to predict the Super Bowl, and he has the Bears and the Broncos, and he's like, I mean, why not? And I was like, that's fucking disgusting, but fuck it, sign me up for it. Because it's true, and it's exciting that we're talking about playoffs. It's exciting that we're talking about possibility of Super Bowl. It's exciting to talk about the Bears in this format than we did last year of like seeing what draft pick is out there, seeing what coach is going to be out there. Like instead of being down in the dumps that we've been for the last 5 years, it's a positive outlook of our Chicago Bears. And trust me, when the Bears are good, this city has a whole different vibe.
Yeah, 100%, man. It definitely has a whole different vibe. Everyone's happy. Everyone's me-headed. Everybody's prideful. when the Bears are winning. This Packer week, Eric. Right now is the time to gear up to. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Like I said, I do feel like we're gonna fall from grace a little bit, but hope I'm wrong. I think it's just trauma. I'm still gonna pick the Bears. I'm always gonna root for the Bears.
That is.
I think it's just trauma, but we'll see. The Packers. It's just that the Packers are always.
You don't know how to pick excitement.
Huh?
Nah.
What happened?
Yeah. But I think Jose, like, but it's not the same Packers team that we've been seeing for years, bro. I think that's the thing. Like the Packers for me, it's not the same scary Packers. It's not the same scary like Aaron Rodgers led team, Brett Favre led team, a very dominant Packers team. Like I don't feel like that with this Packers team. I don't feel it at all. I don't feel like this team is terrifying. Like this team is scary. Like I don't feel this team at all like that.
Offensively, they're very streaky.
Even defensively.
Defensively, I think Micah Parsons could definitely, wreak havoc on the Bears. But if we could do more of what we 100%. Did with the Eagles, I think 100% we have a chance. But you're right. As far as their offense goes, they don't fear me. Jordan Love doesn't fear me like Aaron Rodgers did. Jordan Love doesn't fear me like Brett Favre did because he's prone to make way more mistakes. And with us being the number one, turnover defense in the league, I think we get 100%, get some interceptions off him or some turnovers off him. 1,000%. I think in that regard, we're going to be competitive. I just want us so bad to beat the Packers. I want to beat the Packers so bad to shove it in their faces. Like, hey, we are a different team. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I know I shouldn't give a fuck about what they feel or what those fans think about, right? Because at the end of the day, even if the Bears do lose, we still have a great legitimate team that can compete in the future. I just don't want them to hang that. I don't want them to be able to hang that over our heads this year. You know what I mean? I want us to be like right now, like the Packers and the Lions to me are the biggest games because I hate how we lost to the Lions the second game of the season. I fucking hate it. So I can't wait for us to get our revenge. And same thing for the Packers. The Packers are always looking down on us, always talking shit. We're nothing to them. Yeah. I want to shove it in their faces like, yeah, no, we're different. This is a different team.
This is a different team. This is a whole different vibe. Tony in the comment section said, if we win on Sunday, we are not the hunters. We are the ones being hunted. Yep. It's a good point. CP says, honestly, the whole experience thing in the playoffs doesn't mean as much anymore to me. I saw Jaden Daniels and CJ Shaw play very well in their first playoff games. These new players / coaches are built differently. The moment doesn't scare Caleb or Ben Johnson, I feel. 100%.
Ice man, baby.
He goes on. He says, "Right, the Packers were a scary team with Aaron Rodgers. He had a hold on the psyche. They felt like they were perfect when the facing created their mistakes. Even Brett Favre didn't scare me as much. Bears just to give him fits too. Jordan Love isn't much when you put a competitive defense in front of him. Eagles held him to 7 points. All facts of what you said, CP." To me, this is why I feel like the Bears can't get at the Packers and destroy. Remember, right now, Caleb Williams is 1-0 in Lambeau Field. Whatever you want to take with that information, do as you will. But, right now in 2025, the Bears are 10-3. They beat the Packers last season in January. They can do it again so far right now in the first. Huh?
Oh, I get you saying. All of 2025. Yeah, I got you.
The calendar year of 2025, the Bears are 10-3. 9-3 this season, but right now, again, I do believe the Bears I can confidently say that the Bears can go to Lambeau and take a dub convincingly. Right now, I see the line at +6 for the Chicago Bears and then be an underdog. I'm going to take that spread because I think that's a very, very high number for a team offensively that doesn't produce as much. If the running game goes for Josh Jacobs and that Packers defense, the story might be written a little bit different. But even then, so we cut Barkley under 50-some-odd points, right? I know the Eagles had their own issues. Packers defense, they have their own issues too as well. So I'm just saying, to me, even with that being said, the Packers don't scare me. They're not scaring me right now. Even if we do somehow some lose, they still don't scare me. Some shit has to happen in order for me to believe like otherwise. What does CP says? Your best bet is to run the ball versus Green Bay. Otherwise, Michael Parsons in the past will try to eat you alive. I think they go into this game with the same exact game plan. 100%. Run away from Michael Parsons. Just run the opposite way where he's at. Just go the opposite way or down the middle, whatever the case may be. Run the ball away from Michael Parsons. Throw the ball away from Michael Parsons. Run away even when you make bootleg plays. Play action passes and run away from Michael Parsons. Make him chase after you. Get him tired. I think that's also the perfect game plan for the Chicago Bears too as well. And build from that. Build from that momentum. Right now, the Bears are coming into this in Lambeau Field. When have you ever said the Bears are going to Lambeau Field on a 5-game winning streak? Riddle me that, Batman. When was the last time we said the Bears are going to Lambeau on a 5-game winning streak?
Been a while.
Been a while. How about never? How about such a long time? How about 80s? How about in the 80s, Jose? That was the last time we walked into that. He's not the same player when you run the ball down to his throat. Pause. I don't think anybody's the same player when they got balls going down their throat right there, CP. But I mean, hey, you said it, Jose. This is probably one of the weeks that we've been looking for throughout the whole entire season. But this time it feels a little bit different. It feels different because the Bears are different. It feels different because the Bears are giving us some hope and belief. Jose, Packer week. Can the Bears win on Sunday?
Yeah, they can. They very much can. Are you asking for my prediction, or are you just asking if they can win? Because my answer is yes. They can definitely win.
Your answer is yes.
100%. Yeah.
Prediction wise, you feel like what? The Bears.
I was close.
Prediction wise.
I was close last week. I said 24-17 Bears against the Eagles. It was 24-15, so I was super close.
Yeah.
This week, I say 21. I say 21-13 Bears.
So what? You're doing no cardiac arrest Bears, huh? The cardiac Bears are not showing up for the second week in a row for you, huh?
No, I think they have a handle on this team. I think they know what they are. Like I said, we're only getting better defensively because we're getting some key starters back. So yes, I think Caleb in a way is developing in this offense. He's trusting Ben Johnson and his play calling. He's executing the way Ben Johnson wants him to execute. The running game has come alive. Imagine, can you guys think about how in the beginning of the season we were like, man, we need running backs, and we've had them the entire time. We just needed this team to buy in. We needed the scheme to flourish, and we're starting to see the fruits of that labor. The offensive line has been great. I totally trust Ryan Poles next year to build a defensive line next. So, yes, I think the Bears come in, they win. They win decisively 24-13. I think the Packers get stunned. And, yeah, I think we shut them up, man.
I love it. Hopefully that comes true. Let's go back to the comment section. CB did said I wouldn't be mad at a loss though. It's not the end of the world, but after how they made Philly look, I'm convinced that they could beat anybody in the NFC. I saw the Rams lose to the Panthers, and Darnold can throw 4 interceptions in 2 minutes. Bears thrive off the turnovers. Yeah, 100%. I think that's crazy. You mentioned that too. I still believe in the back of my mind and just what I've seen with my eyes. I still believe that the Rams are the better team in the NFC. Outside of the Rams, yes, the door is wide open for anybody to be the second best team in the NFC. But again, I think defensively, everybody can have a bad day. I think the Rams going from West Coast to East Coast, the time difference, all that played into effect. That does a lot to a player's mentally, psyche, physically, all that. Just had a bad day in office. Yes, it can happen. But to me, even though they lost, Rams are still the best team in the NFC. That's the team to beat. CP said, how about that O-line? Top 5 in the league right now, Jose. Top 5. When have we even – there's so many things that we've never said in the – ever since we started the podcast – and ever since we met each other, I don't think there has ever been a conversation where we've said Bears are going to Lambeau with 5 straight wins, and the Bears have a top 5 offensive line in the season.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
Things
what
that
coaching.
we've never said before.
That's what real coaching is, man. That's what developing is. And like I said, first and foremost, shout out to Ryan Poles for gathering the talent. And it's one thing to get the talent on the roster; it's another thing to develop that talent, and that's what you've been seeing with the coaching staff. So yeah, man, when we're finally doing things the right way, you're starting to see, like I said, the fruits of that labor. And Brett Johnson's the real deal.
Ben Johnson is the real deal, dude. Like the culture change that he has for the Chicago Bears this season thus far in his tenure, in his first few months of being in charge of the Chicago Bears as the head coach, he has the top 5 offensive line. He has the Bears in almost top 10 in every offensive category that you could think of this season. By the way, he has the Bears winning what? This is 9 out of the last 10 games that the Bears have won. Hell, if you even add last one, you could say, it doesn't count, but 9 out of the last 10 wins for the Chicago Bears, bro. Like, the Bears are going a 5-game winning streak. They've had another winning streak again this season. We're used to losing streaks. Jose, we're not used to winning streaks. You know what I mean? The things that this man has done since he came to Chicago, it is crazy to me. Like, it's hard for me to believe what I'm saying right now, because everything that I'm saying is true, it's facts, and it's reality. That's the part that gets me every single time, that it's a reality that I'm talking this positive about a Chicago Bears team. CP goes and said, no doubt, Rams are still the best, though. No, 100% CP, 110%. The Rams are the best. They're the cream of the crop right now, the NFC. But right now, at this moment, for about a whole week, one whole week, we can definitely say that our Chicago Bears are the number 1 team in the NFC, and hopefully that continues for another week or two. Windy City Rundown here on Facebook and on YouTube, guys. Join us on the comment section, like CP, like Tony, and everybody else in the comment section. Like and subscribe on our YouTube page. Also, like and hit the little bell on YouTube and also on Facebook to get notified when our shows are live. We're normally live on Tuesdays at 7:30, but since the Bears playing on Friday, we might as well just bring it up a day ahead. It is okay. You are eliminated from your fantasy playoff, from your fantasy league. Join us today. Just join us, like us, hit the subscribe button, share our episodes on both YouTube and on Facebook too as well. We appreciate the love and the support. CP Go says John Jackson looks like he did in Detroit. Drew Dalman's worth every penny. Confused that Atlanta let him go, and Joe Tooney, freaking Hall of Famer, man. They shut out Ozzie Trapello stepping up when Braxton had every chance to. I think there was something that I saw on social media, Jose, that CP brought Joe Tooney, was the fact that when Joe Tooney got drafted by the Patriots, they had their little run. Then they let him go, and the Patriots haven't been to the playoffs or even the Super Bowl since. Then he goes to Kansas City. Kansas City had their little run with him, won an extra 2 more Super Bowls with Kansas City. And now that he has left Kansas City, the Kansas City Chiefs are struggling to get into the playoffs this year. And now that Joe Tooney's with the Chicago Bears, Joe Tooney has, quote-unquote, changed the Chicago Bears in the offensive line and putting them in playoff contention. That man's just a whole different breed. That man's an animal, bro. Crazy that we have him on our team. And it goes Darnell Wright, showing why he was a top 10 pick.
Yeah, it's crazy how a lot of us thought we should have drafted Jalen Carter over Darnell Wright that one year. We drafted Darnell Wright, and we saw the battle of those two, and Darnell Wright got that victory over Jalen Carter. That's for sure.
He did get that victory over Jalen Carter. And it's crazy to say, and you're right. And you spoke about Ryan Poles earlier today about his picks coming into fruition. We spoke about it last week a little bit too, about his number 1 draft picks also hitting. That's what a good general manager needs to do. Like I said, he's part of it. He got picked by Ryan Poles, Caleb Williams, Roma Dunze, Colson Loveland. I mean, those are his 4 draft picks that I can think of on top of my head right now that Ryan Poles has picked. And they all look like they've all been hits. On top of that, Brisker and Gordon being second-round picks, those are valuable picks too as well. Who else did he pick in the second round? Like, I feel like I'm forgetting somebody too as well. But he has multiple players in his first 2-3 rounds that you name them, they're like, yo, that's a player right there. Yeah. So it's one of those like you're drafting well in the positions that you're in, and you got to give credit where credit's due. He said he didn't hear Jalen Carter's name not once in that win, 100%. Like Jose said, you said CP, like he just was wrecked the whole entire night by Darnell Wright in that offensive line. So I mean, hey, you win in the trenches, and right now the Bears have the best offensive line in the trenches right now, top 5 offensive line in the league, and that says a lot. And that's the reason why the Bears are 9-3, first place in the NFC North and first place in the NFC. If the season ended today, the Bears would get that first round bye, Jose.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, it's just crazy, man. This has been exciting. This has been great. I don't even know what to say. But Jose, before we end the show, man, I really want to say what's been more surprising for you about the Chicago Bears? The fact that the Bears went 5-0 in November, the fact that the Bears are the number 1 seed in the NFC or the number 1 team just in the NFC North. But to you, what's been more surprising for what has been more surprising for you and the Chicago Bears this year?
The fact that we're the number 1 seed right now, the NFC is part of the craziest thing. I wasn't expecting that when they said, "Hey, I'm watching Red Zone," right? And when the Panthers beat the Rams, they were like, "Well, the Bears are now top of the NFC." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!" I looked at my wife, Pauline, and I'm like, "Are you like this is wild?" Like we put ourselves here. We only have 3 losses in the season, Eric. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
You know, because we look back to last year and how much of a disaster it was. We were just an embarrassment, a national embarrassment, and the fact that now, you know, we made it this far. I think it's crazy how 1 year, how different 1 year can be, and it's crazy how, you know, how much of a culture swing it is when you bring in the right head coach. It really does seem too good to be true. But that to me, that's the most surprising.
Yeah, man, it's definitely surprising the fact that I mean, hell, I would have been fine in any month that the Bears went 5-0, right? I would have been ecstatic for that case. Shit, you, ICP, anybody that watches our show and follows and likes Tony, anybody, never in their mind would have put the Bears as number 1 seed in the NFC North
At all this year, bro. At all.
Damn, we're not even in the NFC overall.
But you know what?
Is the most surprising part about it.
This is what we kind of looked for last year. So we kind of knew the talent was 100%. There. We just you know, we didn't believe it was going to happen because of who was running the team and who was running the show. And it just goes to show, and it's not a coincidence that Ben Johnson leaves the Lions. They're struggling all types of way offensively, and here we are, number 1 seed in the NFC. You know, now that he's a Bear, it's not a coincidence, man. He's the real deal.
100%. CP only wants Caleb to be consistent. When that happens, it's over for the NFC. 100%.
Over.
I think over. It's over. And we have seen glimpses, right, of Caleb Williams being that guy. You know, whether if it's last-minute touchdown plays to win us the game, Colston Loveland, his run a couple weeks ago, the performance that he had against the Cowboys, right? We've seen glimpses, even including last year during the losing streak, how he drove down the field for the Bears to give them an opportunity to win the games. Like, we've seen glimpses. Yes, we were waiting for the overall game. We're waiting for another game like the Cowboys, just to in more of a multitude type aspect, instead of having it once every other so many games, more like having it like 2-3 times a week or 4 weeks, whatever the case may be. Yes, we're waiting for those. Those are the moments that we're waiting for Caleb Williams. If we don't make a run this way, I feel like we're a great pass rusher away. Maybe another wide receiver away. No, I disagree on the wide receiver. I think we have a dime a dozen. We have a lot of wide receivers in our group. Granted, look, fix Caleb's inaccuracy problems just a little bit by like 50%. Fix those, and every receiver will eat, from the tight ends to the wide receivers, right? From Luther Burden, Roman Dunze, even DJ Moore, right? I don't think so. Pass rusher away, I think so too. You need somebody the opposite of Montez Sweat. I mean, the Bears tried. It was just too rich of a cost for Max Crosby, for Myles Garrett, for Michael Parsons, for whoever else was out there for them to be traded for. So, I mean, you can either do it via the draft. You can still trade away the draft picks, whatever the case may be, to get those type of players to come in for the Chicago Bears and make a difference, for sure, 100%. It's going to cost you, but right now you have the luxury of not paying your quarterback top dollar, and put a stranglehold on your franchise with the amount of money you're going to give your quarterback. Right now you got time, you got a little leeway, so you could do it. You could definitely do it.
Yeah.
What does he say? Love Rome. Not the biggest DJ Moore fan, to be honest. I mean,
he's, you know what? Now that he's not really like, now that he's been balling, not really in the media for the wrong reasons. I love DJ Moore. It's just, you know, I think last year just left a bad taste in their mouths with him not playing well. I just think he was over it. I just think it was bad vibes all around. But this year we're definitely starting to see what he brings to the table and what they can do with him for sure.
No, 100%. That's why I said, like, we're not a wide receiver away. I don't think anybody on the offense side of the ball. I think offensively, I think we're great. I think we're good. See what we got in Ozzie Trapillo left tackle. If we do test that out, the offensive line, I think, you know, obviously you need more depth to get that right there. But offensively, I think we're fine. We're perfect. At a running back, I think that was a hot topic of conversation, you know, during the trade deadline. Jose wanted Alvin Kamara over here. I wanted a speedster.
If we look at the running backs,
Jose wanted Alvin Kamara over here for the Chicago Bears. He's the only one that came up with the opportunity with the trade idea. I mean, sure, if you can add one, maybe probably switch things up a little bit. I don't know. We love Kyle Manungai. I am not sold on DeAndre Swift. Yes, he has been showing out for the last couple of weeks. Yes, he's been doing his thing since the bye week and a little bit after that. Yes, he's the reason why we won the game on Sunday. But just because those have happened, he still hasn't quite sold me yet. Maybe we could do that. But everything that the Bears need help and where the Bears need work at is all on the defense side of the ball.
Yeah,
defensive line for sure. Maybe more depth in the secondary. You see that we're going down like flies. Probably get another one like that.
I think we have depth in the secondary now that, you know, is it Brisker is coming back? Or is it Gordon? Brisker, right? Now that we have Brisker and Jalen Johnson back, right? Well, right. You bring those two back, and we already have Wright and C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Like, that's depth right there in those positions. I think if they can stay healthy, you have 4 good secondaries right there. That you know that's interchangeable. It's 100%. Linebackers and defensive ends that we really need to focus on for sure.
Yeah, the front 7 for sure. I mean, again, all the work has to be done on one side of the ball. Can you get another weapon here and there on the offensive side of the ball? Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm even in the camp where right now Caleb Williams, after next year, we're heading to his 3rd year. I'm in that camp to where, like, just maybe you draft a quarterback like in the 5th or 6th round just to be that developmental guy. See what you get out of it, you know. CP says he knew from the jump Kamara was not the answer. I hate older running backs. I was giving Dalvin Cook vibes. No, good one. He told me stop the slander. Stop the Swift slander. I mean, look, again, the way how you feel about DJ Moore is the same way I feel about DeAndre Swift. Nothing against the guy. Really, really nothing. I mean, I didn't like the signing, and he was our first signing last year in the offseason. But you can see that there's something there with Swift. Can you get better and younger? Sure. You can find somebody that does something similar to DeAndre Swift in a very younger, cheaper value. But again, I'm giving the flowers. I'm giving credit. DeAndre Swift has been excellent for the Chicago Bears for the last couple of weeks, especially on Friday night. So credit where credit is due right there. But man, dude, it's Jose, this is great. And just imagine, I can only imagine our episode next Tuesday at 7:30 if the Bears beat the Packers and how we're walking in and shit like that, dude. Like, this is that win will catapult us to like a whole nother trajectory of the Windy City / JCH Sports podcast that we've never had in years, Jose. An actual more positive vibe of our Chicago Bears.
It would be crazy if we go and dominate them. If we soundly defeat them like we did the Eagles, that would hurt their egos so bad. Oh, that's best case scenario.
Sorry, I was too nice. And the fact of the matter is that we see him again in 2 weeks after. They say, can y'all please come in with those shirts and we beat the Packers?
I won't guarantee anything, CB, but if we 50 about this, if we 50-piece the Packers, I come in shirtless.
He said, "Damn, 50-piece? Oh shit! Damn."
If we 50-piece the Packers, we're coming in. Eric. We gotta come in shirtless.
50-piece is crazy though.
That's why it's not gonna happen. You know what
I'm saying? Stupid. Hey, look, it can happen. I mean, it could definitely happen. I mean, there's no 50 pieces nasty work. I mean, he's putting himself.
They've done it to us in the past, man. They've done it to us in the past.
Mean, they did, and now it's our turn to return the favor. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do 100%. I don't know, man. Look, if they 50-piece, I think I have no choice, Jose.
Yeah.
I think we have no choice.
Another free wieners for everybody, you know. No, I'm just like.
Oh shit! I don't know about free wieners. I don't think they want to see free wieners for sure. But damn, dude, I don't even know how I react next week if we do win, and even if we do lose. To be completely honest, Jose, that's fine. I think if the Bears do lose against the Packers, if they lose against the Packers, I think it's fine because there's also again levels to everything that we need to be. We've never been in a position where we're on a 5-game winning streak going to Lambeau Field against our hated rivals. We've never been in a position against the Packers where we're the number 1 overall seed, not only in the North but the NFC. We've never been in the position where the Bears are actually looked at differently the way how they're looked now. This is the first time. And like you said there's a high for the Chicago Bears, and there's going to be something. And if the Packers can't really give us that knockout blow or take the sales out of or take the wins out of our sails, whatever the case may be, that's a possibility too. But mind you, we have them again in a couple more weeks, right? The get-right game, hopefully against the Browns, and then have them back again at home would be a whole different tale, a whole different story, right? Nothing wrong with that. Really nothing wrong with that, too, if the Bears end up losing. There'll be a drop in the standings and the ratings for sure from first overall to probably like 5th, 6th, or 7th in the NFC. But that's okay because the Bears still somehow, some way find a way to control their own destiny because all they have to do is just beat the 49ers and the Lions and the Packers, and then they're probably back into the same sweet spot that we've been in today, or at least we've been for the last couple of days.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't want to give the Packers fans that satisfaction. I really don't.
Me neither. I don't want to give no Packers fans no satisfaction. Fuck the Packers. You know what I mean? I don't want to give them any type of excitement whatsoever. CP goes, the spirit of Ben Johnson is watching and we'll be okay, guys. 100%. To be honest, Packers are still letting decent teams cook. They only shut down the bad ones, Minnesota and 9. Yeah. No, for sure. All right, so you said, Jose, prediction, you said 20. What was your prediction?
21-13 Bears.
21-13 Bears. I like it. They cover the spread. Spread is +6. If you want to get it now, +6.
We get turnovers off Jordan Love in that team.
Yeah, we do. Just for CP's sake, 51-21 Bears.
51-21. There you go.
Just for CP to get his wish and for us to come in shirtless next week in our show.
Hey, yo.
23-20 Bears. Ooh. They still cover the spread.
Love it.
Bears still cover the spread on that point. 51-21 Bears over the Packers. Just for CP, just for the episode to be even great next week. But yeah, I think I'm right with you guys in that range. 24-17, 24-20. The Chicago Bears. I just feel, again, we beat the Packers, and there's going to be a huge letdown against the Browns, and then we pick right back up for the last 3 games of the season. That's exactly how I feel. I honestly do feel like the last 5 games, we're going to go 3-2, but we beat the Packers twice, we beat the Lions, and then we lose to the 49ers and the Browns. That's this feeling that I had that it's going to happen. And I am okay with that because we still run our division and we still be the top seed in the NFC simply because we beat the NFC opponents 3 more times. Backing my ass off there. Fuck it. I don't care. Oh, great show, Jose. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week, 7:30 on a Tuesday. Going up on a Tuesday. I don't know. Browns offense got to show me some life before I be afraid of them, even with that defense. Just that defense alone, CP. But that's another conversation for next week when we talk about the Bears and the Browns, leading up to the week after we talk about the Bears and the Packers. Remember, it's a 3:25 America's football game of the week on Fox. Bears and Packers at 3:25 at Lambeau Field. Hopefully, we come back with another win. That'll make it 6 in a row for the Chicago. Just imagine, just even saying that just sounds crazy. The Bears winning 6 in a row and being 10-3, beating the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau. Just even saying that is crazy. But we will talk about that next week on next week's episode, 7:30 on Tuesday. Make sure you guys follow our show, like and subscribe our YouTube page, like and subscribe and share our shows on Facebook. Hit the little bell on the comment section on the Facebook and YouTube page just to get notified when we are live. We appreciate all you guys coming on the show. CP, Tony, everybody else watching. Isaiah, thank you very much. As always, guys, join us every week. Follow our pages. We'll be back live 7:30 next week on a Tuesday with hopefully a Bears victory.
Right.
Any last words?
Nope. Bear down, Eric. Fuck the Packers.
Bear the fuck down. Fuck the Packers. Jose, hit that outro.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
He's running like he's got a lobster down his pants, showing that he is as slippery as a bar of soap.
Like poop through a diarrhea-infected goose.
Commented about it.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not laughing about it. You think this is funny? I take this serious.
I'm not.
Real serious. I put my heart and soul into this every single week.
Are we done here?
It's about time.